Hello, and welcome to this four-part series where we will explore one of the most powerful yet underrated tools in the AI education space, known as Google's Notebook LM. If you are a student trying to make sense of dense research papers, a researcher juggling dozens of sources, or a faculty member looking to design sharper assignments, quizzes, and exams, this series is built for you. Unlike general-purpose AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini that pulls answers from a vast, often unpredictable pool of internet knowledge, Notebook LM works differently. And that difference is exactly what makes it so effective. It lets you upload your customized sources, such as PDFs, articles, lecture notes, slides, even YouTube transcripts, and grounds every response strictly within that material. This means no hallucinated facts, no generic answers, just insights drawn directly from the content you trust and choose. Over the next four videos, we will walk through exactly how to harness this for research synthesis, assignment preparation, quiz generation, and exam readiness. Let's get started. Now, you can reach out to this tool using the URL notebooklm.google. Once you reach here, click on Try Notebook LM. Now, as soon as you click on Try Notebook LM, you will reach on this particular page where it is saying that you can create a new notebook. Now, you can create a new notebook every time you are working on a new project. So let's click on Create New Notebook. As soon as I click on that, I will arrive on this particular page, and this is particularly saying that you have to upload a couple of resources in order to get restarted. Now, Notebook LM is presented as an AI-powered research assistant that integrates multiple content forms, PDF, and notes. So as you can see, there are plenty of options available over here to go with. But in my first part, I'm going to elaborate how basically this tool works in a simple manner. So first things first, before uploading any of our own customized content, let me rename this notebook as my preferred name, that is Research Project 1. So we have named it as a Research Project 1, and now it is asking us to add the sources that we'd like. So I'm going to add up a couple of sources and let's upload a couple of research papers. So for example, if my supervisor has given me a couple of research papers on how to uh, classify brain tumor or lung tumor and segment it using digital twins, then I'm going to upload these three research papers as my primary sources and I'm going to open them. So allow it a couple of moments to upload these research papers. What this really mean is that Notebook LM is asking us to upload the number of sources in which you would like it to work within a certain premises or certain boundary that you would like it to work with, and not the whole internet-based repository. So it will work within the premises that you are going to tell it, and it will give you a very precise answers. So I have uploaded these three PDFs and it has started to give me some research-based answers, but not very quick. We would like a couple of more sources to add. So as you can see, there is a research bar available over here that is saying that you can search the web for new sources. So what we are researching right now, I'm going to enter that is lung tumor and digital twins. So let's see that whether it allows us to add a couple of more sources. So again, as you can see that it is researching websites in order to gather more sources, which will help us to broaden our research view. So as you can see that the research results are in, and it is currently showing uh, these three sources as well as seven more sources. So if I'm interested in viewing these sources in a slightly elaborated panel, I'm going to click view. And as you can see, then these sources have been extended. So before adding any of these sources into my customized source library, if I want to see what this particular source is going to give me, then I can click on this arrow and it has opened this source, and now I am going to read it. And if interested, and let's say we are interested in this source, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to deselect all of the sources and select this one. Now I will import this source, and as you can see that the fourth customized source has been added into the library, and now we are having four sources instead of three to work with. So again, I'm going to tweak my query a bit, and then I'm going to again click on this search bar, and again it has started to load some websites to work with. And in the meanwhile, as you can again see that it has given us a basic data to work with, but wait for a couple of more moments. And as you can see that again, seven more sources are available. And let's see, I am interested in these three sources, and then I'm going to import them. And now I have my own customized library that I'm interested in. And these are, for example, seven sources that I want to work with. So what this really mean is that, for example, you are given an assignment, or you are given a report or a thesis to work with, and you have shortlisted seven or eight sources that you are interested in. So upload all of these seven or eight research papers or any internet-based research articles or YouTube videos. And now this is your customized library, and Notebook LM is going to give you results only from these seven sources, and not it is not going to refer to any sources that are not validated enough, and it will not research the whole internet like ChatGPT or say Gemini or Claude. It will remain confined within the boundary of these seven sources and give you the results. So, for example, now I'm going to write over here is that summarize the basic methodology. So now I have entered my query, and now it is going to work on summarize the basic methodology. And again, I can't stress this enough that it will be working within the confined boundary of these seven articles, not the whole internet repository. So another interesting thing is that it has now started to give you the results from these sources. And as you can see that it is already citing the information from these sources. For example, as you can see that in front of this particular line, it is writing 5 and 6. So that means that this particular information has been referred from the fifth and sixth source that you have selected. So if I click on six, then it is telling me that from the seven sources, this particular line has been taken from the sixth source, and it has highlighted the part from where this information has been gathered. So again, I would urge everyone to please go ahead and play around with the Notebook LM. And there is a very vital information that I am going to add in my follow-up videos. So to summarize this, what we have been doing in the first part and what we will be again referring to in the follow-up parts is that again, if you're working on a research project, just select 7 to 8 PDF papers that have been excellent, and you might have selected based on their recency. And once you have selected the 7, 8, or 10 sources, upload them in the Notebook LM, and it is going to give you answers only from these 10 sources. So that's a quick overview of what Notebook LM brings to the table and what it stands apart as a research and learning companion rather than just another chatbot. Over the next three videos, we'll dive deep into each use case, starting with how to use it for academic research, followed by assignment preparation, and finally quiz and exam creation. Each video will be practical and hands-on so you can follow along and apply it directly to your own coursework or research. If you find this series helpful, make sure to subscribe to my channel Research AI Tools and turn on notifications so you don't miss the upcoming parts. Drop your questions or specific use cases in the comments. I'll try to address as many as I can in the series. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.